Welcome to the November 15th NOAC Chamber Focus Series events. We're so excited to have you with us this morning. My name is Cindy Holzheimer. I am the President and CEO of the Northern Ohio Area Chambers of Commerce. We call it NOAC for short. Everything is an acronym in our life here at NOAC. I would like to introduce you to our 2025 NOAC board. They will all get started in 2025. We have returning members. They are listed here. We have some that are on with us today. I know I saw Dan. Dan is on with us. He is with the Oroville Area Chamber. I know Mike Wine will be joining us as well. So most of our board is returning. We have two new board members that will be joining us in 2025 in January, and that is David Lipinski with Rocky River and Dana Wolf with Willoughby. So we're excited to have them join us. I would also like to give a shout out to our programming project team. Some of them are on our call with us today. I know we have Randy Ellis with us today. And Dan is with us on our call today as well. So they help us put these amazing events together. So we can't do it without them. So big shout out for them. So getting moving into our amazing program that we have this morning, I am excited to have the chance to get to introduce our speaker, and that is Kendra Cundiff with Team NEO. So Kendra serves as the Senior Associate of Partnerships and Engagement at Team NEO, where she works to help align the region with their economic development goals. So prior to joining Team NEO, she served as an analyst at Baker Hostetler on their tax-exempt and charitable giving team. Here she served nonprofits of all sizes with fundraising and grant guidance, advocacy, board restructuring and governance, and mission alignment. She began her career in refugee resettlement, welcoming international newcomers to the greater Cleveland area. Kendra holds a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science and a Master of Arts in Nonprofit Administration from John Carroll University. Very impressive. So we're excited to have you here with us this morning, Kendra. So the floor is yours. So if you want to share your screen, we'll give you the floor and let us know if there's anything that you need.
Awesome. Thank you all so much for having me today. Appreciate the opportunity. As mentioned, my name's Kendra Cundiff. I serve at Team NEO as the Senior Associate for Partnerships and Engagement. And I'm very excited to be here today. So today my goal is to cover the topics listed on the screen here. I'm sharing the perspective of our 14 county footprint. I do recognize that maybe a handful of you on this call might be from outside of that footprint, but we do have other network partners who at some point may be coming to speak on other areas that are served. At any point, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to unmute. I think Cindy might also be monitoring the chat, so we can do that if you prefer. We'll also have time at the end for additional discussion on alignment with your work. So I'm going to begin today with where Ohio was in 2011. Our state was significantly less competitive. We often were losing deals to neighboring states. We're 47th in the nation for economic growth. This helped spur the creation of Jobs Ohio. Looking at 2024, you can really see the difference. Today, we're considered in the top 5 for business. We've been impacting the state with the work we've been able to complete together. By deploying strategies such as talent acquisition, industry advancement, business incentive packages, and revitalization and creation of development-ready sites, Jobs Ohio and its network are able to increase competitiveness in our state and advance economic development. So Jobs Ohio was created when the state identified the need for a private economic development organization. It's a private sector-led organization that moves often at the speed of business, and this enables Ohio to attract industry leaders and drive forward industry strategies. Team NEO is the Jobs Ohio network partner covering 14 counties of Northeast Ohio. We're listed in the orange on the map here. In order to keep Jobs Ohio as a private organization, the state recognized the need for a secure funding source, which came from the purchase of the Ohio Liquor Enterprise in 2013. This means that 17% of every bottle of liquor sold in Ohio goes directly into economic development and helps fund projects in all parts of the state. Today, Jobs Ohio is made up of 7 network partners, including Team Neo. As a network partner, we generate and execute project leads, managing at any given time 100 to 150 projects that help bring capital investment to our region. At the core of our work at Team Neo is our mission, which is to accelerate the pace and equity of business growth outcomes in our 14-county region. How do we do this? Through 4 core strategies. Our first strategy is to grow our diverse industry base. As the Jobs Ohio network partner, we focus on 10 key industry sectors, such as advanced manufacturing, automotive, polymers, financial services, food sciences and agriculture, and healthcare. We focus on B2B traded sector business as we look to prioritize industries that generate revenue through exports and sales outside of our state and bring new money and economic growth in. Our goal is to create high-paying, equitable jobs that enable wealth creation in our communities. We do this through our business retention and expansion visits to local companies, as well as attracting companies from around the world to our communities. Team Neo also works with our cluster partners, such as the Smart Manufacturing Cluster, to help foster collaboration between manufacturers, supply chain companies, nonprofit organizations, and research institutions, while also elevating our region as an international leader in smart manufacturing. Next, our sites team continuously works to grow our pipeline of competitive sites in the region. As we all know, there's no site, there's no project. This has caused us to miss out on opportunities in the past. This is why we work with partners, and so we don't miss out on opportunities of all sizes, whether it's things like mega projects similar to Intel down in Columbus, or small 10-acre sites. Going deeper, our team last year launched the Developing Opportunities Toolkit. This tool was designed to increase the number of readily available manufacturing sites with in-demand attributes such as rail accessibility or water capacity, for example, to improve our region's chance of winning deals. We'll be launching our updated version of Developing Opportunities this upcoming Tuesday. Additionally, we work with the talent supply and demand gap. As many of you are aware, 56,000 jobs go unfilled in the market. We know this through our research capabilities. Our goal is not to address talent through a programmatic lens, so believe that's best addressed at the local level and through informing our partners and creating alignment through research. Rather, we look to create alignment through informing. An example of this is through our Aligning Opportunities report. This year, we launched the 8th iteration of this report. It dove deeper into regional insights surrounding workforce challenges and highlighting disparities and barriers that exist. Through data and case studies, the Aligning Opportunities report shines a light on these barriers and how we can address them. Lastly, we work to engage and promote the region. We seek to understand assets through our partners and share the Northeast Ohio story, both here and abroad. We market our region by driving businesses to our website and our local partners' websites to connect businesses with the unique assets of each community. We also run media campaigns highlighting industry sectors in our region and market globally through our international business development work. Additionally, we serve as the convener of the Northeast Ohio Development Exchange, or NODE. NODE is a monthly group that serves as an opportunity for public and private sector economic developers, public officials, collaborators, and leaders across industries in our region to meet on a regular basis. Our meetings move around the region and are often centered on regional assets. A good example of this would have been our summer outing. Over the summer, we went to Tuscarawas County and toured the Battle Motors EV plant. We also had an awesome panel of industry sector leaders kind of giving us a sneak peek of what's to come in that area. We also have a great lineup of events for 2025. So let me know if you'd be interested in learning more about NODE and how to be involved. So Through our strategic work and partnerships, we're making an impact with over 32,000 new jobs and 9.4 billion in capital investment in our region since 2019. This is due to the collective power of our region. When we look at our 14 counties together, we can see our collective might as a region, complemented by the individual, unique attributes of each community, assets that we need to leverage more effectively for our collective economic success. We're the 15th largest market in the United States and have more than 25 higher education institutions and workforce of more than 2 million. I think the most interesting number on the screen here is actually the 7,700 manufacturers that are a part of our industry base. These are our integrated supply chains, businesses contributing to the region and beyond. These manufacturers can be focused on anything from polymers, like Ace Laboratories in Ravenna, to food manufacturing, like in Willard, where they're known as the goldfish cracker capital of the world, which I think is a really fun fact. Each of our businesses in the region are putting Northeast Ohio on the map. This collective might is valued by businesses making investments here. But to achieve greater success for our communities, our businesses, and the people who call our region home, we needed to continue to align for our economic development strategies and ensure that more members of our communities participate in growth and prosperity over time. It's said that economic development is the ultimate team sport. It's something that Team NEO cannot do alone, and that each and every one of you are crucial to our region in achieving that impact. Because we're focused on the entire region, we have the ability to see the big picture and align our efforts in ways that are not always apparent to local organizations who are focused on their day-to-day efforts. Our work requires the assets of our partners from every sector of the economy who have a focus on specific areas, whereby Team NEO's strength as a complementary partner can plug in to create opportunities and drive attractive assets to the region. This means understanding our current assets of talent and workforce systems, of small business enterprises, higher education institutions, philanthropy, and other local and regional economic development partners, such as the communities and chambers of commerce that are represented here today. So with all of that, what does economic success look like? Growth alone is not enough when our full community is not taking part. Traditional metrics, such as GDP, productivity, and unemployment, don't tell the whole story. So we're fundamentally shifting how we measure regional economic success with the Vibrant Economy Indicators, or VEI. At its core is the belief that we must focus on growth and prosperity to create economic vibrancy. This tool measures economic vibrancy through 6 pillars: talented, equitable, innovative, resilient, competitive, and prosperous, all of which contribute to a vibrant economy. Looking deeper as a region, though we're doing well, we're still underperforming relative to the rest of the country. Projections by 2030 are flat at best. This status quo is not good enough, and in order to change this projection, we have to do something different. There's a tremendous opportunity in front of us to bend the curve by 2030. This regional vision enables our partners, such as yourselves, to own your strategies, while Team NEO can inform them. By focusing on talent and industry mix, this leads to achieving the 6 non-traditional metrics of the VEI. So taking a look at talent, if we match the state's projected performance over the same period, Northeast Ohio would add 16,970 additional jobs, around 4,200 more than our current trajectory. If we really wanted to think big, we could aspire to achieve the same level of economic growth that is predicted for the United States. If we did this, we'd add 36,052 more jobs. That's a 184% increase. Now, if we take a look at GDP, if we grew at the rate of Ohio, we'd grow GDP by 24.9 billion, around 4.7 billion more than our current trajectory. If we grew at the same rate as the nation, GDP would grow. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. GDP would grow by 31.8 billion. So that's around 11.6 billion more than our current projection. How do we even begin to tackle this? So I take a look at some of these numbers and I myself get a little overwhelmed. Our success as a region hinges on stakeholders across Northeast Ohio aligning strategies based on a shared understanding of the region's economic progress and a collective commitment to drive change. If we do this, we'll be able to bend the curve. For our companies to be strong, our communities, cities, and regions need to be strong. That is why this vision is so important. So today was just a sneak peek of that regional vision. We'll be fully launching Bend the Curve in its entirety, including an interactive BEI toolkit at our ED Now conference in February, which is hosted in collaboration with the Ohio Economic Development Association. This year, we'll be hosting it in Stark County, so more to come on that. And we will be launching, I believe, registration soon. So at this time, I'll pause and open up for any questions. I also wanted to highlight that my contact information can be found on the screen here, so please don't hesitate to reach out. I'd be more than happy to meet with your community, connect you to our resources, and learn about your vision. So thank you.
So I don't have questions per se, but I am from Huron County, which Willard is a part of. So yes, the Pepperidge Farm Factory is indeed the goldfish capital of the world. I will say, however, touring the place, the Milano cookies and the other cookies smell a lot better as they're being made. But yeah, it's a great facility to have. So I want to mention, I don't know, many of you know, like it used to be the Huron County Chamber of Commerce, now in the Huron County Growth Partnership, which includes economic development in what we do. And just speaking, kind of learning as I'm getting into the economic development world and learning what all that does, I can tell you in our area in Huron County, Team Neo has been a tremendous partner and has helped us accomplish a lot of things. So in terms of everyone else's world, if you can find a way to, build that relationship with Team Neo and not just with yourselves, but your community, your business partners, that could be a great win for your community, great win for your chambers. So I highly recommend, kind of doing a deep dive into this world and see how it can kind of fit into your strategies.
So thank you very much. And it's been great to work with Sarah and her team. I actually was in Willard the other day for the communities roundtable. So I appreciate it, Kevin, and we're looking forward to continuing to work with you guys. I see a question in the chat. Hi, Julie. Good to hear from you. So it says, how can Team Neo work with a very small city with economic development planning or initiatives to maximize their tax base creatively? So we often let the community lead on how they want to grow their vision. However, we can help as you guys maybe have a business that's looking to maybe grow and expand, for example, help connect you to Jobs Ohio specific resources. Our project team often works with to help connect to different resources for maybe an tax incentive or things like that. But what you can do from a community standpoint, if the city is maybe aligned, like, okay, they're getting a JO incentive, they can maybe work from a city perspective to see what kind of tax incentive can maybe be layered with that, for example. I'm also happy to help connect you guys with our business retention expansion team to kind of talk more about that and how that reflects in your community.